This video will cover a few things that are easily missed in the game Black Desert Online, such as how to crouch, use the observe mode, and perform emotes. While not necessarily useful for combat, these can be useful for exploring the world and improving the user experience. We'll cover how to perform emotes first. First, to open the list of available emotes, you'll need to open the chat bar by pressing the Enter key. Once you have opened the chat bar, notice the two buttons on the right. Press the S button to view a list of your current emotes. You can scroll down to see more emotes, or you can click any of these buttons to have your character perform that action. Notice when I click the Reluctant button that the character responds. Likewise, you can click the Wave button to have your character wave. We'll be focusing on this one for a moment. Notice the three text fields at the bottom. Typing any of these words into chat will cause your character to perform the wave action. Alternately, you can type a slash followed by the word in this field, in this case hand. You can type the word directly into the chat box without having the emote window open, and your character will respond. Note that these commands are a little different than in most MMOs. This would usually be /wave, but we'll cover how to change that in a moment. Typing any of the three words at the bottom into chat will also work, even if you add extra text at the end, such as punctuation. All of these words, including the slash command, can be changed. First, we'll change yo to something else. If we change it to hi, the character will now respond to that word instead. Click the Apply button to save your change and close. Notice that when we type the word hi, the character now performs the wave action. However, these commands are case sensitive. If we try again with a lowercase h instead of an uppercase, the character does not respond. When we open the emote window again, you can see that the slash command can be changed in the same way as the other three. Simply erase the word and type the new word you wish it to recognize instead. Click Apply and Close to save your changes. Notice that the slash command is not case sensitive. Even if you type a lowercase /wave, the character will still perform the action. Let's look at climbing next. Most characters will figure out quickly that jumping is the spacebar key. Jumping and climbing are both essential to move around the game. You can climb up a wall by running towards it and holding down spacebar. Your character will grab hold and climb up. You can climb a smaller wall by pressing forward and spacebar at the same time. Another action that is essential for exploring caves is crouching. Press the Q button and your character will crouch down. This is useful for moving under objects your character would normally be too tall to pass. If you press spacebar while crouching, your character will begin to crawl instead and will be even lower to the ground. Simply press spacebar again when you are ready to get up, and Q to resume standing. You can also sit in this game. Simply approach a ledge and press Q to sit down. Notice that new options become available to us once the character is sitting. But first we'll cover the camera. Did you know you can use the directional keys to change the focus of your camera? Here we're pressing down, left, and then right. You can also change your character's seated pose by pressing the Q button again while still sitting. You can use these options if you're going after a screenshot. Next, let's look at the menu that appears above the character's head. First, we'll try F1, which is Create Signboard. You can use this option to display text for other players to see. Simply click inside and type whatever you like. Once you press the Enter key, the text will become a signboard and be displayed to other players over your character's head as shown here. Next, we'll look at the Observe mode, which can be useful for taking screenshots in movies. Either click the button shown here or type R. This will give you a free floating camera that you can take anywhere within a specific range of your character. This includes out to the side, into the sky, or back down. You can use this to scout for mobs and players or to get a unique perspective for a video. The controls for moving the free-floating camera are the same as for your character, though you will not need to press the jump key. You will be hindered by objects, but the camera will not try to fall back down to the ground if you go up. To get good video footage, one option is to turn off the UI. Do this by pressing Ctrl-U. Press Ctrl again, and your cursor disappears. Now you have a clear screen of only in-game objects. Notice that quest icons and names have also disappeared from over the NPCs' heads below. Press Ctrl-U again when you are ready to return to your UI, and press R to end Observe mode. You can also trigger Observe mode by leaning on something. First, we'll stand up and fall to the ground below. To lean, you will need your back against a wall. Simply turn your character so that they are facing the wall and back into it using the S button. This will give us the same menu we received when sitting. Note that it may be difficult to lean against short walls or those with jagged or sloped surfaces. When you are done leaning, simply step forward or press any other movement key to stop. Remember to back into the wall, as pressing the Q button will simply cause your character to crouch instead. Also remember that you must have your weapons put away to crouch, lean, or sit. That's all on actions and emotes for now. Thanks for watching!